Today at Connect Marketplace, our session is called The Business of You, and I open up the session with branding, your personal brand. What do people say about you? What do you say about yourself? You?
And then we're going to throw in some business skills with negotiation, contracting, dispute resolution.
Yes.
And we have actually kind of a recent real life situation to throw into that conversation.
Yeah, that'll be great for our audience.
And then we're going to pull it all together with, this is about you, the business of you, and you are who you put out in your brand, and part of that could be your certifications, how you're going to increase your value in the marketplace. I started in the meetings industry like most people did, absolutely no intention of ever coming this direction. The meetings industry for me was kind of a side shoot of when I worked in nonprofit. And then I got into the hospitality with attractions and Opryland theme park. Does anybody ever have a theme park background? And then I jumped right into the meetings and events industry. So for me, it was absolutely nothing planned.
Wow, me neither. I was a college administrator at the time.
You're even more out of it than I am.
Total. I was a college administrator directing adult and continuing education programs for the colleges. And then a friend of mine said her sister planned conferences and conventions for the government. And back then in 1993-94, we didn't have Google and all the search engines. So I went to the library the old-fashioned way, looked up books about the meetings and conventions industry, and there was, of course, very little information. I started making phone calls, found out about MPI and a few other associations, did my research, wrote a business plan, moved back to Chicago, started my own company in 1997.
But
that's how I got into events.
Don't you find your vast background, though, really plays a part in what is now the education for someone wanting to get in the industry? Now you can actually go to university and get a degree in business and meeting management.
I know, and back then we learned it on our own, remember?
We have the notches in their gun belt.
Yes, yes, definitely. And we would go to conventions like this, meetings like this, like Connect Marketplace, Rejuvenate, and all these other wonderful shows where you can be educating.
Peer learning, which is what we're kind of doing today in our session as well. Peer learning.
I know, and there's a lot of interaction too that goes on at these sessions.
Absolutely.
Right?
My ideal presentation that if I could ever do a dream speaking gig would be a TED Talk.
What's a TED Talk?
Those short presentation, topic-centric, dynamic speakers, but what I like about them is they're fast. My attention span is very short, so I like somebody that gets in, gets the topic held, gets your attention, and moves on to the next thing.
Why don't we do something like that for Connect or the next
shows?
You and
me.
We should propose. Yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah,
TED
because
Talk,
we talk
you and
like
me.
that fast.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And I'm a Southern and I talk like that.
Okay, cool.
If I can only be on one social media platform, it's kind of a realistic question because I am only on one. I'm on LinkedIn only. I have made a purposeful decision not to be on Facebook and Twitter. So my social outlet is through LinkedIn, a professional only network.
Interesting. My preferred social media network is Facebook. I love the personal and the business aspect. You know, LinkedIn has the tradition or the impression that it's all business, and it is to a certain extent, and Facebook always has the impression that it's about personal. Well, what I've done is an experiment, a great marketing experiment, is combine business and personal together, because people want to know that you're a real person if they want to engage you as a speaker, contract you, or do business with you. So I prefer Facebook right now.
So two very different opinions, but both very valuable.
The ideal conference uniform.
Comfort. Number one,
business,
fashion.
Tailored. Sorry, girl, I dislay.
We agree to disagree. I agree to disagree. I am much more comfortable in something that's got a little bit of play into it. Knits are very good. I like something with a shorter sleeve. I don't have long arms. I have to have every sleeve taken up. So this works for me. Hey, you look fabulous.
You look great. So everybody's got different tastes. How do you talk about fashion?
Well, it has to be up to date. You can't be stuck in the 1970s or 80s. But you have to go for comfort. You have to go for fashion. Packability. It has to be able to come out of your suitcase, not a pile of wrinkles.
Packing, how do you pack without wrinkles?
I'm a roller.
Oh,
rolling.
Me too.
Rolling. And using your shoes, that's negative space. So put stuff right in your shoes. And if you can carry it on roll-on, take it on board with you. You don't have to worry about getting lost.